Also, too, the other thing that really disturbs me is I saw something that the rise in individuals on Pornhub who have actually
Right.
Googled cuties on Pornhub has
Yeah.
risen. I
Oh,
don't know where
wow.
it's at today, but I've heard numbers such as 233%. So like I said, I don't know today's stats, but yet that stat, even if it was from a couple days ago, is so disturbing to me because that
Yeah.
means individuals who have seen that trailer
Yeah.
or who have watched the video are now looking for more content to go ahead and to utilize for their own pleasures. And with children under federal law, that is child exploitation.
Cuties, the French film. I'm sure you've heard of it. It was released earlier this month on Netflix and has been a huge topic of debate. Some view the video as highly sexualizing 11-year-old girls, while others describe it as a form of artwork that is actually against sexualization of children. But I wondered, what would the opinion be of someone who was exploited as a child? That's why I asked for Jessa Willow Crisp's opinion. Drea Humphrey here with Rebel News, and in case you missed it, I recently interviewed Jessa Willow Crisp. She's a survivor of horrendous things that occur when a child and adult is trafficked. She's overcome so much in such a big way. She's excelled in education and is the founder of BridgeHope, a nonprofit that serves as the bridge for those that need to cross from the world of human trafficking. I encourage you to watch her story, the interview that we did. But in this video, I want to share with you Jessa's opinion on Cuties. Before Netflix released the film, over 1 million people signed a petition to prevent it from ever airing, according to the creator of the petition itself. I got to tell you, I was one of those people who signed based on the previews and the summary of the movie, and from being a mom, I was against it. I felt the film will do more harm than good if released, and why even bother taking that chance? After it was released, I was even more sickened by watching prepubescent little girls dancing, less than half dressed, in an extremely sexualized way for all to see. Now, Netflix disagreed. It stood by the film, telling USA Today that the film is a social commentary against the sexualization of young children. Now, while some agreed with Netflix, a ton disagreed and were not afraid to put their money where their mouth is. Reportedly, in the first 5 days after the show was aired, Netflix subscribers were down 5 times more than they had been 30 days prior. Now, money isn't the only thing that may be at a loss here. Calls for criminal investigations regarding the film are also underway. Now, I admit I did not watch the whole film. I don't want to watch the whole film, and Jessa hasn't watched it entirely as well. But we did see enough from the film, from the previews, to be able to draw an opinion on the matter. And here's Jessa Crisp. I wanted to see your opinion on Cuties. You've heard of it, right?
Yeah, I totally have.
Yeah, the French
Uh-huh.
film. So I'm not going to say my opinion, but I would like to know, as somebody who has been trafficked in 2 different types of ways in 2 different Canadian provinces, what is your take on the film Cuties?
Yeah, so I actually canceled Netflix like a year and a half ago because a year and a half ago. The reason being is I'm actually finishing up my master's in clinical mental health counseling, and this is my last semester of school, and I'm doing my doctoral applications right now. So
Congrats. See,
thank
such a
you.
reminder. I love that. It is
Thank
so
you.
encouraging, but yes, go on.
Thank
Sorry
you.
to interrupt you.
So I actually canceled Netflix to go ahead and be able to focus on homework and studying and writing papers and reading journal articles. So I would say, like, I to prepare for this question, I actually really would have wanted to watch it first.
Mm-hmm.
because I really believe that to make a informed comment and decision about like what I believe about it, I need to do so from a place of just understanding a little bit more. So
Right.
kind of the what I am just really disturbed by, and this is where I am at without having watched it. So I want to give that
Right.
preface of everything.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I'm disturbed that the trailers would go ahead and show the images that were shown, because I have seen the trailers. My social media has been blowing up with
I bet.
information about Cuties. So that was just something that really disturbed me. But what also has disturbed me is the number of individuals, even if they've had good intentions, who have shared that trailer. Because
Yeah, that's a good point.
yes, I haven't watched the film yet, but that trailer was disturbing to me. And so the fact that it was shared by so many people who have been trying to speak out about their opinion and about their views, it means that those images or those pictures have gone viral and have cycled around and around. And that hurts my heart, having been used in child pornography and having had my body sexualized. It hurts my heart that the people who disagree with the film and people who are protesting about the film would go ahead and continue to show those pictures. So first and foremost, that. Also, too, the other thing that really disturbs me is I saw something that the rise in individuals on Pornhub who have actually Googled cuties on Pornhub has risen. I don't know where it's at today, but I've heard numbers such as 233%. So like I said, I don't know today's stats, but yet that stat, even if it was from a couple days ago, is so disturbing to me, because that means individuals who have seen that trailer or who have watched the video are now looking for more content to go ahead and to utilize for their own pleasures. And with children under federal law, that is child exploitation. So that's one of the things that's really disturbing to me as well. Number 3, that's really disturbing to me is this is not a new issue. And we see that with toddlers and tiaras. We also see that with dance moms and other places where some of the same dance moves are used and have been videotaped and have been put onto streaming devices. And then there's other streaming devices that are showing content that maybe is not cuties, but is also sexualizing things in such a manner that individuals have also searched on Pornhub, and minors have been utilized in that fashion. So those are all the things that are really disturbing to me. I wish I could speak more into the film, but those are the things that I'm really disturbed about. I would say, on the other hand, being able to go ahead, and what I've heard from advocates who've watched the film and who have done more research than I have, individuals are notating that the hurt behind the film was actually to go ahead and show the over-sexualized culture and society we are in. One of the things that I think we need to find a balance between is how do we go ahead and get that message out without hurting?
Exactly. I heard somebody, I can't remember who, but they said, I mean, we can tell people murder's bad, but do we need to literally murder people while like in the video to show it? So but yeah, it's complex.
It's so complex. And I also really believe that we have to put kids first, and we have to make sure that no more kids get hurt. And one thing that I know is there is a direct link between pornography and trafficking and pornography. For what I'm trying to say, this basically means that trafficking is often utilized in the production of pornography. And then pornography often is used in the process of the trafficking situations, whether it's the grooming of the victim, whether it's teaching the victim how to go ahead and do what they are being made to do, what they're being coerced to do, whether it's a person who's viewing pornography, child pornography, and then is looking for that sexual release. And so for me, that is where I'm at, is we need to protect kids no matter the cost.
Now, what are your thoughts? Is Cuties absolutely disgusting? Is it a great way to fight against sexualization of children? Or is the truth somewhere in the middle? Drea Humphrey for Rebel News. Here at Rebel, we wouldn't take a penny, if pennies were still being made, from the Liberals' media bailout. Instead, we are supported by people like you. If you appreciate our independent journalism that brings you the other side of the story, please head to helprebelnews.com. We appreciate your support.